Welcome to the first official episode of Me and Hollywood Zay. It's your boy Jay Kruz.
What's it called?
We don't have a name for it. Not yet.
If it was up to Kruz, it would be Kruz and Zay because he wants his name to come first.
No, my name should go first.
And he wants his face to be bigger on the graphic.
The flyer can look however. I was just being funny. All jokes aside, though, on the serious note, this first episode is going to get kicked off by justice for Rayshard Brooks.
Right.
He is the Atlanta man who was shot and killed in Wendy's parking lot. The video is starting to go viral right now. I just posted it on my social media page. Not the actual shooting, but CNN is showing the video. And
they was acting scared at first, though. CNN wasn't showing the real video at first. It seemed like after a couple times they started showing like what really happened. And then you got the stuff that happened off camera.
Well, there's several angles because there were people in the parking lot. So now they're posting their videos. This guy, Willie D, I think, that I posted on my page, he's like yelling at him. He's a light-skinned man. I feel like he was there about to get some Wendy's food, and then he got out of his car and just became...
Is that the dude that was at the Wendy's, the one that was with the dreadlock, with the dreads?
Yeah, that dude, the light-skinned dude, right, exactly.
Yeah, shout out to him, bro.
Yeah, because he was just real boisterous, yelling at the cop the whole time, like, what did you do that for? What did you do that for? I can't believe you just did that, you know.
I saw y'all talking to him for 20 minutes, dude, unarmed, and you pull a gun, dude? Wow. I feel like both of your careers are definitely done.
And you know what's crazy? Because we were talking about this, like, this stuff has been going on for years on end. The only difference now is that we got these handheld devices.
Technology.
Because before it was like, yo, my cousin's, neighbor's, uncle's best friend, this happened to him. But when you can see that with your own eyes and listen with your own ears to the actual facts, I think that changes the narrative a little bit.
For the third time in just 2 weeks, I have spent the better part of a day reviewing video footage involving allegations of excessive use by members of the Atlanta Police Department. Tragically, the most recent incident involved the fatal shooting of a 27-year-old man, Rayshard Brooks. Chief Erica Shields has been a solid member of APD for over 2 decades, and because of her desire of what meaningful reform should look like across this country, Chief Shields has offered to immediately step aside as police chief.
Keisha Bottoms, the mayor of Atlanta, had, I guess, the chief...
that the chief stepped down.
Stepped down, right. So that the city can move forward and grow from it.
Grow from it.
I don't care if it was your fault or not. If it happened under your watch, it's on you. And you have to bear the responsibility for that. So this is something that is deeper than, you know, what side of the law you're on or any of that. I think it has to do more with what your personal experience from a child has been dealing with this issue. And that's why I think it's a little more deep-rooted than what other people would want it to believe.
But that's what people are screaming
what's the question
right now. The policing started as people who used to hunt slaves.
They were slave hunters.
Right.
Look, I got friends in the police community, and I don't like, you know, I'm not with the whole, you know, hey, fuck the police, but at the same time, I'm not with the whole the police sitting here abusing on innocent people.
And I, like, look, I'm watching the video.
And then they shot old boy in the back, bro. Street code, sucker shit 101 right there.
Look, growing up, I remember, you know, the idea of a cop to me was like, oh, if a bad guy is running away from the cop, cops chase him till they catch him. They don't have target practice while he's running away. That's not how cops work. Now, well, I don't.
Like what I'm saying is, I remember if you're gonna run from the police, run and get away, because if you don't get away, that's gonna be a really bad situation.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about a younger child. You're talking about I'm not talking about
a teenage. You mean like a kid,
like I'm talking
5
about
years
7,
old.
8, when I used to think being a cop was cool even at 10. My perception was cops didn't shoot people in the back. Cops chased.
You looked at him like more like it was the good guy chasing the bad guy. I mean, that's what it's supposed to be.
Bad guys shoot people in the back while they're running away.
Cowardly stuff, right?
Bad guys do
That's what bad guys do.
Not cops. Cops are good guys to a child, a young child.
So what you're saying is we should never have to, like, figure out whether this guy that's wearing a uniform, a gun, and a badge is a good or a bad guy.
No, you shouldn't. And my point is, it's just a disturbing video because I'm watching the video.
So disturbing.
2 cops tussling with a guy. And the guy's getting the upper hand on them a little bit. Now he gets up, he shoots the taser at one of them, and he's running away. At that point in the video that I saw, he cuts out of the scene. You can't see him anymore.
And it takes a while to reload a taser, too. That was something we had brought up.
I brought that up because CNN brought that up because they had a panel on. Because in the video, when he's running away, you can see him kind of turn around and shoot the taser at the cop.
Right.
But the person mentioned that those tasers shoot one time. You got to reload them. Obviously, that guy didn't have anything to reload it, so maybe he was just, whatever he was shooting, the cop knew hey, this guy can't really hurt me with this taser. And my second is a taser equal force to a taser a gun? No. So he turned around and pointed a taser at you. Does that still justify the fact that
you remember when kids used to
back?
get beat up and then they would go and get a gun? Do you think this cop was maybe in that same state of mind where it's like, how am I going to justify this back to the boys back at the station? They took
pride,
my taser.
Does pride have something? Yeah, that's pride.
Did pride take over in that situation?
Because, is that a possibility?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, that's a possibility. Look at you. They don't seem like they're able to catch them, so you shoot them?
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's
man.
wrong.
That's
it's wrong.
bro.
And you know, a lot of people might argue if he wouldn't have resisted arrest, this wouldn't have happened. He could be mentally incapable.
Right.
He could be suffering from something. He could just be having a really
He could have just not been wanting to go back to jail.
bad day. No, he could just be
You know what I'm saying?
having a really bad day and think to himself, you know what? I'm going to get aggressive with these police officers today. I'm not going to kill them.
I'm not going for it.
I'm just going to get aggressive with them, and fuck it. If I get in a slight fight and a scuffle with them,
people are on edge
that's
right now.
what we do, right? That shouldn't be a death sentence.
Right.
Me resisting
For either
arrest-
person.
For either person. No, I'm not saying a cop. Right. No,
Right.
and I get it. Cops have to, it's a dangerous job and you want to protect yourself. You want to make it home too. You're a human being too. I try to keep all those things in mind. But at the same time, you're the trained professional and he's the
not.
civilian.
Right. That part.
You're called
That
in
part.
to serve and protect. You are not called in to shoot and kill.
To kill and pacify.
If he resists you, then I'm not going to call you anymore. If all you're going to do is show up and shoot motherfuckers,
Yeah, I'm not.
We're not calling you anymore.
Bro. If I might go to jail behind me calling you, like I'm straight. I'm gonna pass on that call, bro.
The business owner
Straight.
for
Thanks.
George Floyd about the $20 counterfeit,
Yeah, the
he
counterfeit.
says he's never calling the cops again for non-criminal things. He's like, because the cops show up and make it worse.
Right. Right.
That's my thing.
And that's what they're talking
officers.
about defunding too, is about like, having them not come for something like that, or having them not come for going to take a cat out of
a tree,
right.
or because a lot of times people did argue that sometimes we want our cops to be counselors.
Don't ask a mechanic to do your heart surgery, guys.
Yeah, so I do, I'll give them some of that. Sometimes we ask them to do things that they're not qualified to do. Do they have training in how to deal with taking kids away from a parent? Stuff like that, whatever, more emotional things.
Right.
But at the end of the day, police officers, if I'm scared to call you to come help because I think you're going to shoot. Look, true story. Me and my brother one time, we cut ourselves. We were chasing each other, and he got a really bad cut in his elbow, and I got a really bad cut on my arm.
Sounds like y'all were fighting, and y'all didn't want to tell your mother
Not
about
really.
it.
No. I was chasing him, and the glass broke, whatever. We called the cops. When the cop got to the door, the first thing he did was draw his gun. Now, mind you, there was blood everywhere.
Yeah.
But, he didn't ask no question. First thing he did is draw his gun.
And what'd he say?
We told him, whoa, chill, bro, chill. We was just, we went an ambulance. Oh,
Pittsburgh in the building,
I was
bitch.
like, yo, don't come here. I'm just saying, if that cop wasn't was a little bit out of control, who knows?
Right. If he didn't react to the whoa.
Right. Like, yo, no, we're good. Hey, we just had an accident. Like, chill. Like, nobody's like, you know what I mean? So, obviously, you're going to see a lot more information. You're going to see a lot more about it. Rest in peace, Rayshard Brooks. We'll be back. This was our first official segment. But this is Kruz and Zay.
Zay and Kruz. We'll talk about that.
No, we're not going to talk about it.